Hey, what's up guys? This is Timely, here to bring you guys another Unison League video. So today I wanted to do like a question and answer kind of video. Some players are asking me some advice on what to do and some other advice too, like what spawns to hit. So I want to answer those questions for you guys, help you out a little bit, get you on your way, get you a little bit more gains. Gotta get them gains. So first question goes out to my dude Edward. He says, yo, mind making a video on what is recommended for free to play and what to stay away from? So that's actually a really good question. Most free to play or new players always, not always, but they usually can't hit the wrong spawn, unfortunately. And hitting the wrong spawn is very bad because it could just sink your gems. You could spend 150 gems into a bad spawn and you will not get anything to show for it. So I would definitely stay away from most treasure spawns. Treasure spawns are the devil. I would never hit a treasure spawn unless you're a whale, because the way it works is you're literally spawning, right, 10 gears out of a spawn, out of a shit pool of weapons you'll never need, and then you literally, there's more RNG after that. You have to choose 6 chests, and then you have, it's like randomized, you don't know what you're gonna get, and then again when you jackpot, you go through another pool of items. Literally, there's like RNG barriers like three times. It's just terrible. Like, you'll never get what you want from there if you're free to play. I would definitely stay away from that. And then I would stay away from like most step ups too. Like step ups that have lots and lots of gears that you don't need. Like if you're a mage and you only want stabs and a certain set of armor that you see in there that you like, chances are you're not going to get that armor or staff that you want because the pool is just so big. I would just stay away from that. You're better off getting medals from a shared spawn and then buying it from the metal exchange. So there's that. I would stay away from that. What I recommend is for free to play are class spawns. Class spawns are really good because you don't need a lot of ether drops to get gains anymore. Like it used to be where you have to have a ton of ether drops to feed your weapons. That's not the case anymore. Free to play can actually get pretty strong now because of these new class spawns that offer us a little shortcut to get to the 4th infusion. So you really have to make use of that. You have to hit that spawn a lot, get a whole bunch of weapons to the 4th infusion, and you'll start doing some massive damage after that too. And then I think that's it, all I have to talk about for free to play. Just be frugal with your gems, farm all your quests, try to get to 185 as fast as you can. Don't be embarrassed about what other people say, that getting to 185 and you're like gear score of 350k. You want to get all that cost and you want to allocate that cost and do planning. It's harder to allocate your cost when you don't have it because you have to plan ahead for these things, you know. So it's good to get to 185, move that cost around, play around and whatnot. You're not gonna have the luxury of the cost to drink that's 15 gems. You want to be frugal, so you have to like be very, very careful and cautious. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. That's all my answer for that question. Let's move on to the next one. So, okay, got my other friend here, Supapug. He says, is the shared bonus good? Really depends on the shared bonus, man. Like, the shared bonus that's out like right now, I think it's terrible. If you look at the prizes in prize number 1 and then in prize number 2, in prize number 1 there's like 2 jackpots, and then in prize number 2 there's like 7 jackpots. Now, when prize number 1 gets hit and all of it runs out, the shared bonus is going to reset every time. So there's only 2 jackpots in there. Chances are it's going to reset when it's at 700. That's terrible. You're not going to increase your rates hitting the shared spawn at like 700. Preferably you'd want to wait until there's 100 left, but it's never going to get down there if there's not enough jackpots. So this spawn's a little bit more tricky, and I'll tell you guys the trap right now. So if you look at the 3rd prize in this shared spawn, the 3rd prize is 750 medals, right? So what the spawn wants to do is give you at least 1 prize of 750 medals, right? And you'll be like, oh yay, and then all the rest of the medals will be like 25 or 10s, and then you'll end up with I don't know, 1,000, 1,200 medals, and then you look at the medal exchange and everything is 1,600 medals, and you're like, oh crap, I don't have enough. I have to buy more gems now. That's the trap. That's what A team wants you to do. They even go even further by, if you end up getting 2 prize number 3s, you end up with 1,500 medals. So even if you get lucky on a 5 gem spawn and you end up pulling 1,500 medals from the prize number 3, you're gonna end up 100 medals short from buying a piece of gear. So like, it's just really grimy. I would stay away from it like the plague. It's a bad spawn. Okay, so I guess that answers your question, Pug. Let's go on to the next one. So this one's a little bit worded weirdly, so I'm gonna try my best here. It says, could it be your next topic is about monster with potential versus monster without it? Which is better comparison? Thanks. So, it really depends. Like, preferably you want to at least have like 4 to 5 good monsters with utilities that have good stats. So whether if they're 33 or 34 cost monsters, they still have pretty decent stats without pots. If you compare them to a 28 cost free-to-play monster like Flora or Vivi, they're not very far behind. Their stats are almost identical. So once you get to level 185, you'll have a lot more cost to move around, then you can start stacking 33 cost monsters without even having potentials and still have pretty decent stats. It's when you start getting to more upper tier plays when you have to start infusing some higher cost monsters or 29 cost to 32 cost monsters to actually get up your stats. But it really comes down to preference. You could still stack like 4 Zephyrs in your sub slots and then still be okay. Like, you can still get by with that, no problem at all. But your first 5 slots, preferably utility. If you don't, you might have a disadvantage in some quests where, you know, it locks the rotation out and whatnot. Some quests like to do that, where you can only use one monster once and then you have to use the rest of your monsters in your bar. In top tier play, there's a lot of quests that do that, so you have to have a wide variety of utility once you get up there. So I hope that helps you out. Good luck with your spawns, guys, and if you have any more questions for me, feel free to ask. I have to get going. Peace.